Hello and welcome to another update video about SUI. We want to start on the larger time frame. Here we can see that the price is still holding above our main support area here, and the price held support where I stated it ideally holds. Why did I say it ideally holds? Because the correction that we saw, price finally hit support eventually, right? It took ages for it to sort of get that motivation to dip into that support area, and it then reacted already, but it reacted to that ideal target. We know that the 38.2 retracement level is typically an ideal target for a fourth wave. That's why we don't blindly use Fibonacci levels, but we use a combination of Fibonacci support and Elliott wave, because the Elliott waves tell us which levels we should use as support. Okay, that is very important. We don't blindly use, any levels, but obviously we don't know. It's not a crystal ball, but at least it gives us a good idea of which levels will be relevant. And yeah, to confirm that thesis further, that this was a fourth wave and one more high is going to happen, the price should obviously ideally hold the Monday low and possibly even directly move up from here. So we are going to take a look at that on the smaller time frame in a minute. The chart, however, technically has all the way, or space all the way down to $1.99. If it needs more room in this correction, it can use the space all the way down to $1.99. But it is deep. It is deep for a wave 4, very deep. We also have to consider proportions and consider this wave 4 goes down all the way to the 50% retracement. This is really deep compared to what the wave 2 did. Not unusual necessarily, not too unusual in crypto, but I would still prefer if the wave 4 bottomed. I like the idea that this wave 4 could indeed have formed a low on Monday. And what would be the next target then? Well, I think $6.90 would be the next reasonable target. I would not rely on expectations for a move to $8.50 or $11.50. First of all, let's see if we can get to $6.90. That is even more than a doubling of the price from here. And if the price dips a little bit lower before reversing to the upside, then it could even be a better reward to risk ratio. So from here, if the price dips a bit further, the lower it gets basically while holding the Monday low, the better the reward to risk ratio to the upside, which means that, the risk is smaller the closer we come to an invalidation point, which would be the Monday low. And the rewards get greater the further away we move away from a target, because when it then turns around, the price should be on its way to $6.90. I'd say we now take a look at the smaller time frame. And you can see here that this is one of the charts, one of the few charts that actually formed a 5-wave pattern to the upside from the Monday low. It is a questionable 5-wave pattern, but it still is one. But I don't necessarily trust it, because all the other coins I'm tracking, or let's say 90% of them, have not formed a 5-wave move up. And if you're new to Elliott wave, I know some of you are new, and you're wondering, what is he talking about, 5 waves? Well, we always need to see a 5-wave structure to get a good idea that the trend is going in that direction. So with only 3 waves up, we don't really have a clear pathway higher into the trend direction. We don't really know that the trend is up. We need a series of higher highs and higher lows to indicate this is the trend to the upside. So we have that here, but after 5 waves, this is a standard Elliott wave pattern. In this case, this would be a leading diagonal. And again, I don't fully trust it, but from an Elliott wave perspective, after 5 waves, we expect a correction, a pullback. And this happens, and we're now in this support area. We also know that if this is a corrective pullback in a wave 2, which should lead to a 3rd wave rally to the upside, well, then it should hold above $2.66. That's the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement. Any break below that is too deep for a wave 2. And the idea that I had here, that this is a corrective pullback in possibly an uptrend after a reversal to the upside just happened, well, this idea will need to be revised. So the $2.66 level is the important level that tells us, right, it's probably not going to go up. We're going to see another low, and then $1.99 will be the next support. In the short term, we need to see a break above the green line at around $3.52 to indicate that an upside trend reversal has started. that the low is in. That's the update about SUI. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.